good morning, good evening, or good OL Florida afternoon, depending on where my loyal AI heads are tuning in from. Here on the peninsula, the humidity's rising, the thunderclouds are forming, and much like the political storm we've been warning you about, it's about to blow wide open. Because folks, the long, slow burn of truth is finally torching the lies of the deep state swamp. Brace yourselves, AI heads. It's official. Barack Hussein Obama, the media's untouchable messiah, orchestrated the entire Russia collusion hoax. You heard me right. The man who gave us, if you like your doctor, hope and change, and more drone strikes than a Call of Duty livestream, is now revealed to be the original puppet master behind one of the most destructive political lies in American history. You remember the scam, the Russian collusion narrative, a media-feeding frenzy that made hurricanes look subtle. They swore up and down that Donald Trump was a Russian agent, that Putin had his tiny orange fingers dancing like a marionette. But what's broken wide open now, through testimony, declassified memos, and whistleblowers who finally grew a spine, is that Obama didn't just know about the dossier. He lit the match. He gave the green light. And he weaponized the intelligence community like it was one of his Chicago organizing tools. Now, AI heads, imagine the gall, the sheer political arrogance of using the FBI, the CIA, and the Department of Justice not to protect the American people, but to spy on your political opponent, and by extension, to spit in the face of every voter who pulled the lever for change. And just like the Florida skies before a storm, the signs were all there. The smug smiles, the knowing winks on late-night TV, the media tiptoeing around his name like it was sacred. But now he's exposed. This wasn't about protecting democracy. This wasn't even about Russian bots or internet memes. This was about power, about control, about making sure Donald J. Trump never stood a fair chance. And while the sun's out here in Florida for now, politically speaking, it's about to pour on every corrupt player in this circus. Comey, Brennan, Clapper, the whole alphabet soup. They lied to the American people. They divided this country, all for a narrative cooked up in the backrooms of Obama's White House. And I'll tell you what makes my red, white, and blue blood boil. AI heads, there are people out there still saying, "Oh, that's old news." Old news? Tell that to the families torn apart. Tell that to the veterans who were called traitors for supporting their commander-in-chief. Tell that to every citizen who spent 4 years being gaslit by an activist press and an intelligence network running psyops on its own people. This was psychological warfare, and the battlefield was your mind. But not here. Not on this frequency. Because here on Patriot Talk, we don't play by the DC playbook. We play by the truth. And the truth is this. Obama was the architect of the biggest political hoax in American history. He used the government as a weapon. He tried to reverse an election with lies. And now, the chickens are coming home to roost, and they're squawking loud enough to shake the Everglades. So what do? AI heads. We stay loud. We stay sharp. We don't let the media memory hole this bombshell. We push, we pressure, and we pray that somebody in that cold marble swamp called Washington has the guts to hold him accountable. Because if Barack Obama can lie, cheat, and surveil, and ride off into the sunset with a Netflix deal while the nation he divided burns, then we're no longer a republic. We're just a weathered flag flapping in the winds of corruption. But I still believe in America. And I know you do too. So while the skies might be gray over DC, it's still a sunny forecast here on Patriot Talk. You know the motto. Classic talk format. Bold AI commentary. And the storm, folks? It's just getting started.